I'm Malcolm Fairbrother. I'm a professor of sociology at Umeå University in northern Sweden and also the University of Graz in Austria, and I'm a researcher at the Institute for Future Studies in Stockholm. Europeans are in favor of a broad range of policies that share the costs of dealing with climate change fairly and don't overburden any particular sector of society, I think. There's definitely support for efficiency standards that will make life cheaper in ways like improving the energy efficiency of homes and the energy efficiency of vehicles and transportation. I think there's very affordable solutions that Europeans support for decarbonizing electricity in countries where electricity generation is currently a big source of emissions. And that's an obvious win because there are already European countries that have made big strides in that domain. I think Europeans are a little more reluctant to deal with costly policies, and it will get harder for people to handle cost, and there may be more public opposition, but particularly when that is linked to what is widely perceived as unfair burdens on individual ordinary people or specific sectors in society. So there has to be, I think, a good consciousness among policymakers about coupling changes to measures that will ensure fairness. So I think there's an exaggerated sense of how hard this will be. Certainly society needs to change, economies need to change, industries need to evolve, new technologies need to be innovated and rolled out. But we've solved environmental problems in the past when we have really tried to do so. And so I think it's important not to think of this as a gigantic challenge. We can do it. And I think it's important for people to understand that if we start making investments in a reasonable way, change will occur and we can solve this problem. But we should do it immediately. We should do it across lots of different domains where emissions are occurring and where they're a problem. And I think it's important that people have trust in the policies because they won't cost as much as people think. They're probably more effective than people realize. And in fact, in many societies, so much has already been done, but there's not that much awareness of that. So I think it's very important that people understand what we've already achieved and how feasible more change is.